You're good enough for Detroit.
But he can't bear what comes from
Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and three toes. I will beat your ass.
Here comes that pressure. Mayfield in the middle. It's intercepted. It's Derek Barnes. Seattle's got to make a stop. Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to throw it back to Goff. Who had that on the bingo card? And a second. Oh, here's a little trickery. St. Brown back to Goff. Leaves Flicker's got Laporta wide open. Sam Laporta foot race towards the end zone. Diving touchdown. Unreal. 52 for the win. It is just good. Just inside the upright. Jake Bates, hometown hero. And the Lions have come all the way back. Here comes the heat. It's Hutchinson again. Number 3, the hat trick for Aiden Hutchinson.
Blocked there by Zylstra. It's caught by Jamison Williams. There he goes. Foot race with Miller. Foot race with Savage. That is 6 for number 9.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Pride Podcast, episode 420 on the Blue Wire Network. I am your host, Tyler, joined by my main guy, as always, Mr. Malcolm Hart. Malcolm, how was your Christmas, buddy?
Woo! What's going on, man? Yo, Christmas was good, man. I mean, other than that utter, disgusting, horrendous game that we watched, it was good.
You know, I thought it was appropriate that we'd probably delay the process, and, you know, it wasn't even worth talking about this game on Christmas Day. I mean, that's a day that, one, I hope the Lions never play ever again. You know, I can do Thanksgiving. Yeah. Thanksgiving's cool. Never book us on Christmas Day ever again. I'm over it. That should be a one and done with the Christmas Day Detroit Lions. I hope our performance was so shitty that they'll never want to book us ever again on Christmas Day. So, but overall, yeah, Christmas was great. It was a good time to be with the family. And, let's break down this game now, though, Malcolm, because we got a lot to talk about in this game, because the Detroit Lions have not only, I don't think fallen apart is the right word, because I just don't think that puts the right emphasis on what the season has been. They are now at 8-8, but to put this in the big picture, you just lost to Max Brosmer, who threw probably under 60 passing yards in this game, and you lost to him. Max Brosmer, the one quarterback that threw one of the worst pick sixes I've ever seen my entire life to the Seattle Seahawks when he made his last start. You lost to that guy as a starter. I mean, that was one of the most miserable Lions games I've ever had to sit down and watch. One, being on Christmas, and two, the product. At least if you're going to make me watch on Christmas, give me something to watch. That was miserable. That felt like I was in hell. How was that game played on Christmas Day? That was absolutely terrible. I don't know, Malcolm.
I mean, the word that could describe it is just embarrassing. That was one of the most embarrassing games I've ever seen from a Dan Campbell squad, probably since 2021 when he came here. That's how bad this game was. To lose to a quarterback who threw for a total of 51 passing yards. That's just inexcusable. This Lions team, coming into 2025 is supposed to be an elite team. It's supposed to be an elite team. And then you lose to a quarterback that threw for 51 passing yards? 51. There's no, I don't want to hear Oh, yay, we lost. Now we get a 4th place schedule. Yay, we get I don't want to hear that shit. This was absolutely embarrassing. The Lions get swept by the Packers and the Vikings. This team didn't take a step backwards. This team took like 8 steps backwards this season. And yeah, this is just embarrassing. I was embarrassed as a fan. And if those players didn't feel embarrassed from this game and the coaching staff didn't feel embarrassed from this game, then whoever don't feel embarrassed just needs to leave. They don't need to be here if they don't feel embarrassed from that. Everybody that don't feel embarrassed about that performance needs to get the hell out of Detroit. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, that game, and I've never really seen this out of a Dan Campbell team in general, even when they were really bad, when 2021. I'm going to say something that's kind of bold right here. It's a little strong. And I don't think this is a emphasis on what the players think of the coach, but they didn't look like they want to be out there. And it almost looks like they kind of quit on the season. And I know there was technically not a lot to play for in that game versus Minnesota. There was a 10% chance of making playoffs. But to me, they look like they wouldn't be out there.
Facts.
And it looks like they quit on the season.
And facts. That's what it looks like. They did. And, that is a bad look for Dan Campbell.
Yep.
It's a really bad look for Dan Campbell. Not saying that his job should be in jeopardy because what he's done in Detroit, you can't just say, okay, yeah, he needs to be fired. It's not that, but it's a bad look on Dan Campbell because it's like he lost a sense of the locker room for that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys did not want to be out there. They didn't want to play, and it showed. It's just an embarrassment. I'm still shocked. I don't even know, is this even possible? I'm probably going to look this up afterwards. I should have looked it up before. But has a team ever lost to a quarterback that threw under 60 yards?
Probably some wonky games out there, but probably not often, no. It's probably very...
I just don't see how it's possible.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, too, they didn't even have a defensive touchdown either. I know they had the one fumble where it kind of set them up in a really good field position, but it's not like they had a defensive touchdown, and they were still able to score 23 points in this game, which is crazy. And it wasn't like they ran the ball necessarily that well outside the big Jordan Addison. Were they held them in check. It was just a very weird, wonky game, but it's kind of like you said, Malcolm. It just feels like I've never really experienced it with this, at least Dan Campbell regime. It just felt like they gave up on him. Even when they were really bad in 2021, they always gave it their out there. They always gave their heart out there. They always try to go out there and win that game, no matter what the record was, no matter what the game meant. They had some heart. Yesterday, felt like the first time ever in this whole regime since Dan Campbell's been here since 2021. I can say for the first time ever, it just felt like they were not only flat, they just didn't want to. They quit. It almost felt like they didn't want to be out there, man.
And I just want to put this out there, and I was just about to talk about this, and I'm going to put this out there. Shout out to Cody Moore for bringing this up. Brent Johnson knew how to attack Flores, and since Ben Johnson has moved on and went to the Bears, we have not beat Brian Flores.
Yeah,
we have not. It's been bad. Both games been bad. Both games completely outcoached. From defensive to offense as far as their defense and the way they're coming to attack us and our offense on how we're supposed to attack them. Completely outcoached both games. Brian Flores completely destroyed us. And we couldn't say that when Ben Johnson, because Ben Johnson had his number. Until this day, looked like he has his number. He's doing it in Chicago. This team, I don't know, man. This is not encouraging, man. Because now it's like I'm looking at this team. We have the pieces offensively. Defensive, we do need some retooling and figuring some shit out. But it's not going to matter unless we get the right coordinator in Detroit. If we make another stupid bad hire, we're going to be in the same exact boat again. Same exact situation where midseason, Dan Campbell's going to say, you're not doing a good enough job. I'm just going to take over play calling. And then all the fans are going to say, oh, shit, here we go again. And we're going to be right back in the same shit.
Yeah.
You can't just fire a coordinator mid-season and expect to magically appear a new one. All right. If we make another bad hire, we're back to 9-8 team. Might be 9 and
9-8.
No. If we lose next week, what's our record? We lose
8-9.
8-9.
Yeah.
8-9. Under 500.
Yeah. This offseason is going to be a big one for, we're going to talk about Brad Holmes in a little bit, but a really big one for Dan Campbell, honestly, too, because I think hiring his coordinators have not been the biggest strength, and we just haven't seen him have to do it in a while, right? Until this year, right? Let's just backtrack, right? Dan Campbell's first tenure, 2021, right here, when he takes a job, his OC was a complete flop. Brings in Anthony Lynn, complete flop.
Jesus.
Brings in Aaron Glenn as his DC. Count that as a success. Good hire for the most part, right?
That was a good hire. Great hire.
Okay. He had AG for all those years until this year. So he had AG for 4 seasons, making his first DC hire this year in Calvin Shepard. People have opinions one way or the other. I think it was a flop. I think it's a bust. I would like to see him out the doors and see them go out and hire a new direction for a new defensive coordinator. Offensively, okay, posts Anthony Lynn, has Ben Johnson in the building, promotes him. Good, right? Very good. Now, since the Ben Johnson era, it's another flop. So, Dan Campbell's hit rate as far as hiring coaches and coordinators and positional coaches, they haven't been 100%. He's not batting 1,000 right now. So, this is going to be a big pressure on him. How are you going to fix this? Because like you said, I think they have the players for the most part. I think they have to retool the trenches on both sides of the ball. But I think for the most part, they have the personnel that's ready to compete right now with a couple tweaks out there. This is a scheme issue, I think, on offense and defensively. And, this game, I can't really fault the defense. They played well out there. But overall, I'm talking overall. They have to go out there and get these coordinator hires right. Because Dan Campbell's job when he got this job was not to be an offensive play caller. His job is to get these guys ready and to manage the game. After all that, I just don't think he's qualified to be a play caller. So he's got to go out there and get experienced play callers to get this ship right back on where it was last year, 2 years ago, and what we built for the last 2.5 years. Because, like you said, this year they have taken mighty steps backwards. A lot of steps backwards. So they have to go out there and correct that this offseason. And it all starts with, I believe, the head coach, Dan Campbell, and hiring the right coordinators. Because I don't think either of these guys are a damn worth of keeping, especially John Morton.
Yeah.
I don't think even Shep.
And we're talking about defense. I think that's a whole nother battle right there. Because right now, let's play the game. Let's play a little game right now between me and you. All right. This game is going to be called "Where the fuck have you been?" All right. I'm just going to name some guys up front, and then I'm gonna say their name. I'll give you their numbers for the season, and then we're gonna just say like, "Where the fuck have they been?" We're like, let's talk about it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I'm gonna go with Aleem McNeil.
That's the biggest flop of them all.
2025 stats. All right. I'm gonna just say it's 2025 stats. 14 total tackles, a whopping 1 sack, and 1 forced fumble. Where the fuck has he been? Where has he been? Where has he been?
I want this is where I think it comes down to the system again and the scheme. What they're doing with Aleem McNeil, I think, is criminal, right? And I know he has to play better himself, but what he is doing himself, or where they're putting him out there, I think is criminal. I mean, this guy playing edge rusher. What are we doing out there? What are we doing out there putting Aleem McNeil as an edge rusher? I know it's not every snap out there, so he's not even. So I'm not gonna give him all grace and say he's been, just in a bad situation all year, but they are not helping him either, right? No, so that's a big Calvin Shepard problem. It's a Aleem McNeil problem as well, right? He's got to be better coming off a torn ACL. I understand there's some rust to be shaken off, but he came back week 7 versus Tampa Bay. He's had plenty of time to get back in shape and get that rust knocked off, and we have not seen him really perform all year long. Outside probably his first game being back, which is supposed to be the game where he's supposed to knock off the rust.
Yeah.
So, Aleem McNeil has been a complete disappointment this year.
All right, moving on along. DJ Reader, All right, he had a total of 28 tackles, which is okay. 0 sacks, 0 forced fumbles.
Yeah.
Where the fuck has he been?
Yeah, I think Reader's another one of those guys. We're probably going to look at his contracts up after this year. I don't expect him to be back after this year. I think, again, it's just a situation. I think the scheme is so messed up, and I think it has been a downside to a lot of these players. I know what direction you're going to go with the next couple players. I'm assuming you're going to go with Tyreek Williams and probably someone else after that. But, like, this whole defensive line, I think, has no excuse for being how bad as it's been this year. I mean, they have lost their identity as far as stopping the run. They're not generating a pass rush right now. They're not really giving you anything out there outside of being a body outside their defense. So you can go ahead and continue with your list.
Yeah, go ahead. Moving right along. Rookie, first round pick, Tyreek Williams. 17 total tackles, 1 sack.
Yeah, disappointment. It's been really bad.
Where the fuck has he been?
Oh, no.
All right, moving on along. My favorite, Marcus Davenport.
Forgot about him. He's out there. He's healthy.
Brother had 14 total tackles and 1 sack. Where the fuck has he been?
Brother,
I know he's been rehab. He's been at the hospital.
Brother, if I see Marcus Davenport on this football team next year, I'm gonna lose it. I don't care if it's depth or anything. I'm sick of it. I don't want to see that brother on my football team ever again. I'm over it. He has got one more game next week for Chicago. After that, never, ever again. I don't care if it's free. He can play for free. I don't want him on my football team. He's a bad juju. I don't like Marcus Davenport. I'm out. I don't want him.
All right, moving on along. Moving right along.
Got more?
Oh yeah, I'm going through the whole defensive line just to see like where these guys been, why are they performing at their rate. I mean, these are guys who we drafted pretty high. Like, give you another example, Mekhi Wingo. We drafted him round 4? Was it round 3?
Yeah,
round 4. One total tackle. Where the fuck has he been?
He isn't playing. He's been healthy scratch every game.
Why? Why did we draft him?
Yeah, he's been healthy scratch every game.
Like, Jesus.
I mean,
I
think like outside of Roy Lopez and Hutch and like those are the only big positives.
I didn't bring up Roy Lopez because Roy Lopez, to me, even though he just had 30, he had 30 tackles, 2 sacks. I think when his name is called upon, I do see he does make plays. I like Roy. I like Roy a lot. Now, is he gonna? Do I like Roy enough to be our starting defensive? No.
Oh no.
No, but rotate him in. I like that. I'm gonna bring up a guy right now. I just want to hear your thoughts about him. This is a guy who had 11 sacks, which is 11 sacks. All right, it's good on paper. But Al-Qadim Muhammad, what is your thoughts on Al-Qadim Muhammad? We talked about him earlier before we started. He's on a 1-year deal. Should he be back in Detroit? I know he's gonna get a big payday because you're going on that market, and you have that 11 sack on your resume. You're a double-digit sack guy. Team that's gonna alarm teams like, oh shit, he's gonna get paid.
Yeah. Should
he be back, or do we need a clear upgrade? I think we need a clear upgrade, but what do you think about this?
I don't think Al-Qadim Muhammad's the answer, right? I think he's been a nice spark at moments in this year. I just feel like the number's a little skewed a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to take it away. 11 sacks, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's a very impressive number and something you should go home and be proud of, right? I just feel like there's a lot of invisible games from Al-Qadim Muhammad. I mean, it's not like he's getting one every game or he's getting like one every other game. It's like he'll have 4 one game and then be invisible for 4 more games, and then he'll have another 4 more in that game. And it's okay, we're right there. We have 8 sacks right there. And yes, if you have 34 sacks in the game, great day. It's just not consistent enough. It's not consistent enough. He is not a consistent player for me to go out there and pay him what he's going to probably get paid out there this offseason. He is nothing more than just a backup rotational edge rusher. That's all he is to me. He's been a nice spark for some games this year, especially Dallas and Baltimore. But like, if that's your answer for 17 games to be the other guy alongside Aiden Hutchinson, I don't think he's the right answer. I don't think he sets the edge necessarily well as far as the run game. And his pass rush, where he does have that ability to get home, it's just not consistent enough for me to justify him being the starter alongside Aiden Hutchinson. I think they could do much better as far as a guy who could set the edge and stop the run better than what Al-Qadim Muhammad has been. And they can get a guy that can still get sacks and get to the quarterback, or at least pressure the quarterback. I just don't think Al-Qudine's the answer for that.
No, he's not. It's now looking at that's the front. That's the front four, man. Look at the front four. We probably got to do a lot of retooling on that area. Now, hopefully, Aleem McNeil can go back to where he was playing at the high level before. That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
But for some reason, this brother drops and just keeps dropping. We're in a major situation like right now. What the fuck are we going to do? That'll be bad.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping he does. After this 2015 season, he goes upwards. And then he's playing well again. Because if he's not, man, that's another hole we gotta fill. I don't know if DJ Reader's gonna be back. Is he still on contract?
He's a free agent.
He's a free agent. I don't expect DJ Reader. He better not be back.
Yeah,
because he's done nothing. Like if we had a top run defense, and we're like, all right, yeah, DJ Reader's a big part of that. Our run defense is horrendous. It is bad.
Yeah,
I can't tell you anything positive DJ Reader has done.
No, I mean, again, I think it's a little bit of system as well, and I just feel like they have the guys out there. These guys have shown that they have been good players here. Like just last year, man, this is essentially the same front seven that you had last year, but they're healthy now. And then you had some additions to guys like Roy Lopez, and you have Al-Quadin Muhammad, and you have an Aiden Hutchinson who are healthy, right? And Marcus Davenport for that matter as well. But whatever, right? My point is, then you added Tyleek Williams this offseason. So like they got better from what they had last year in the front seven, but and they have
also want to mention you have a middle linebacker playing at all pro level.
Yeah. No, but my point is, I think that's why it's a system issue. Because AG got these guys playing all over the field. I mean, they were never a team that was great at getting after the quarterback, but if they had one thing and one MO that they were going to do every single Sunday or whenever they were playing, the Detroit Lions were going to stop the run. The Detroit Lions don't have an identity on defense on either side. Stopping the run, stopping the pass. And I'll give some grace a little bit to stopping the pass because they have some injuries in the secondary. So I'll give you a little grace there because it's not their guys out there. It's not even really their backups out there anymore. But if there's one thing the Lions always held their head on was stopping the run. They were elite at that. And it didn't matter who they had out there. They were always top 3, top 5 unit in the NFL. I don't care what the numbers indicate right now. I haven't looked at them. I don't care if they say they're number 1. They're not. You watch them every Sunday. They are not. They are terrible, man.
You talking about the rankings?
I know they're not number 1. I'm
no,
kidding,
hell no.
Yeah.
The thing is, that second half of the season was so bad.
Yeah,
it was so bad that at one point we were ranked in the top 10.
I know.
In the beginning of the season, we were ranked in the top 10 when they were playing well. Everybody was like, yeah, wow. Coach Shep, he might not be here too long. He might get a head coaching job. I said that shit. Yeah. Everybody was saying that. A lot of people were saying that because you're playing so well. He had backups coming in, playing well. But since the second half of the season, now they're ranked 19th.
And that's skewed too because it's been worse than what it's
the
second half. It's because they had a good first half.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they were to play like this all year long, you're talking about a team that's probably in the 28th, 29th, 30, 31,
right.
32. That's
how
bad. If they played that consistently all year. God damn it.
Yeah. And that's my point is that they don't have an identity in anything on defense right now. They don't do anything well.
Tyler, keep talking. Do you hear that beep?
I heard it.
God damn it.
But that's just my point though, right? I just feel like this defense on whatever they want to do out there, they are just getting gashed, they're getting out coached. And I just feel like, and Malcolm can answer this when he gets here. That's why I believe that Coach Shep is just not the right answer, man. They just don't do anything, man. And they're getting out coached every single week, man. So I'm out on him.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I personally don't care if he's here or not. I mean, it wouldn't bother me if they said, you know what? You did your best, but we need to upgrade, or if they really feel like there's something that was hindering this defense above his control. I don't know.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like, why? It has to be, though, because these guys were completely fine with less last year. And they were never a great stop in the pass. They were never great at generating pressure. Okay, you want to say they didn't upgrade enough? You want to give that on Brad? Go for it. That's fine. But why are they now bad suddenly stopping the run?
You know what? It could be, and I don't know. Maybe he's gone away what his team was just accustomed of doing. Last year, we ran so much cover one and man coverage that every team pretty much knew that Detroit Lions was going to play cover one. Mainly, almost the entire game, we're going to play cover one.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to line our front four to rush the quarterback, and we're going to send everybody in coverage. Everybody's going to be in man coverage, and there's going to be one safety on top, and then we're just going to play cover one. That's how it was. Now he wants to drop linemen and coverage and play a lot of zone.
That's system. That's scheme, though. And
it is.
But it's okay, and you're doing something right. You're gonna get your flowers, but they're not doing anything right now. Whatever button he's clicking, they're not clicking. You know,
they're not disciplined. And the thing is, because your back half is pretty much practice squad guys.
Yeah, that's coaching.
Yeah, I mean, and the communication is really bad. So trying to play zone, these guys ain't it.
That's coaching. You're not putting your players in the best spot to succeed.
Is exactly. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, like I said, if they fired this guy and said, "Look, we need to upgrade," I'm happy. I'm longer upgrading and not doing this shit again. I'm good.
Yeah, I just don't think he is the right answer. Right? Like, you have the personnel. I think you have to go out there and be bold, man. I mean, just giving him another year, I think, is kind of a slap to the face to the fans and the organization. He's just not the right answer, man.
Now it's like, who is the answer?
I don't have a great answer for you right there, but like, you have to switch it up, man. This guy is just not the guy that's putting you in the right spot to win. I mean, he's a first-time coordinator, so it's not like you can go back and like look back and say, okay, well, Shep's had these moments before. He's had 2 games here where I've said, okay, damn, Shep, look at that. The Philly game and the Tampa game. Yep. Those are the only games I really look back and say, damn, Shep, good job.
And what week was that?
What was that, week like 11 and week 7? Something like that.
Okay, I mean, I'm thinking it was before that, but yeah, week 11, week 7, okay.
Yeah, one was November. I know one was the Monday night game in October. So outside of that, there's not really much. Maybe the Baltimore game too. I'll give you the week 3 game in Baltimore too.
Okay.
Like outside of that though, it's just I feel like he's getting out-coached, outsmarted in all these games. I just don't feel like he is fitted to be a coordinator, especially for a team that is ready to compete right now. Like, you know, this was 2021. I would probably be on the boat, say, give Shep one more year. We're not ready to compete. Let's see what we got in this guy before we fully give up on him. I just don't think we have that time in that window to say, let's see what this guy could do. Because outside of 2 games, this guy hasn't given me a damn. He's been out coaching every single one of these games, and especially in these division games. Those are the most important games. He's been out coaching, especially in these division games. Matt LaFleur's pantsed him on Thanksgiving. He pantsed him week 1. Kevin O'Connell pantsed him on Christmas Day. Kevin O'Connell pantsed him week 9 at Ford Field.
Wait. Whoa. Wait. We're talking about the last game? I don't think he got pantsed.
Okay, he didn't get pants. But my point is, if he had JJ McCarthy, he would
51 yards. I mean, he held the quarterback to 51 yards.
He did his job. But my point
is, that end around, they would have probably had stopped that. Their offense was bad. The Viking offense, so it wasn't like we got destroyed.
Fine, I'll give you that. He's been pantsed on multiple occasions.
He got pantsed,
and he's gonna get pantsed next week versus Ben Johnson.
Oh my goodness! Everybody, if you're watching that, guys, I'm gonna warn you guys now. All right, Ben Johnson. If you don't remember Ben Johnson, he is a very petty guy. All right, he was petty here. Everybody remember we played Dallas and they took away that the Dan Skipper play. When we played Dallas again, he had Dan Skipper trying like every trick play in the book to try to get Dan Skipper the ball. He's a petty guy. So that was it week 3 we played them? Was it week 2?
What, Dallas?
You know, when we played the Bears this year.
Week 2, yeah.
Week 2. We put up 50 on the Bears. Yeah, I think Ben Johnson's not going to forget that. All right. I think Ben Johnson, knowing that his Bears are going to be hot, he knows we're in shambles. He's going to try to kick this rumor down. He is going to try to throw up a 50 burger on us. So, guys, if you're a Lions fan and you don't like being disgusted, I don't know if you want to watch.
Yeah. No, I'm fully expecting Kelvin Trevor to get pants again to Soldier Field.
Oh, my goodness. He's going to, yeah, I think he is. And, yeah.
I don't know, man. And then offensively, you know, let's just talk about this game specifically, this Minnesota game.
Yeah, let's do that.
This offensive line, brother, it is bad. It's really bad right now. And that's where the one unit, that's why, like, I want to look at this unit and say, people say we got to go up to the D line. I'm not disagreeing there. This is the unit where I think you got to go out there and upgrade. People want to go out there and blame Jared Goff. People want to go out there and blame the play calling. These guys stink, man. And that's where I think it falls on Brad Holmes. This O-line is terrible. Outside of like Penei Sewell and like moments from Tate Ratledge, the Kingsley Ibuka, whatever the hell you say his name, terrible. Snapping the ball over the place the last 2 games. Christian Mahogany's been completely disappointing the last 2 games since being back. And Taylor Decker, I feel like we're seeing the end of his career. He didn't even play yesterday, but we saw Skipper, which was just as bad.
Yeah, Dan Skipper is not a guy that you want starting. I don't think any game right now.
No, he's just a 6th offensive lineman, man.
He's a 6th offensive lineman. That's his role. That's what he does. All right. But as far as starting, I don't like Dan Skipper starting. I think this whole Lions offensive line is going to be going through a lot of retooling this year, this offseason. I honestly want to be mad because I honestly think this is the end of Taylor Decker. This is it for him. I think he's done. He's going to retire. That's just my opinion on Taylor Decker. If that's the case, if he does retire, I think we got to start thinking about moving Penei back to the left side where he was drafted to be. And he came out of college. He was a left tackle. I think it's that time to move him back to the left tackle side and then try to find a right tackle. I think that'll probably be Detroit's best idea is to do that. Now, center, this is something huge. It's something that they got to address. I don't care what they got to do. I don't care they got to trade picks, do something, or draft a guy high, a center. I don't fucking know. I haven't dived into the college, the rookie, the
prospects.
Prospects. I haven't dived into prospects yet. But they need to address this. This got to be addressed because you don't have a quarterback that's going to make plays off his legs and, if nothing's there, scramble for 10 yards. You don't have that quarterback, all right? That's not going to happen, all right? So this offensive line got to get fixed, and they have to make sure to do it this offseason. And it's hard because there's a lot you're asking for. You're asking for the Lions to fix this offensive line, and you're asking the Lions to fix their defensive line.
Yeah.
It's a hard task.
Positions.
It's a hard task, man. This is something they should have addressed a long time ago. Because anybody could have told. I told you before Frank Ryan retired. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm seeing Frank Ryan on the injury report too much. It's not a good sign." And when you see these guys on the injury report this many times, towards the end of their career, that's a sign of retirement. These guys are gonna have enough. They don't like being injured that much. It was just a sign that he was going to retire. Just like you see in Taylor Decker. Taylor Decker being injured over and over again. It's not a good sign. He's going to retire. Got to get a replacement. They should have had a replacement. Where's fucking the guy we drafted, Giovanni Manu? Where is he?
Yeah, he's still hurt, I think. So, again,
he's hurt?
Yeah, he got hurt early in the year. But my point is I just hate how lean back they were this past year, right? They went out there and they lost Frank. I know it was a little late in the process after free agency in the draft, but even when they lost Zeitler, I just feel like there was no emphasis on getting that guy to replace even Zeitler. Like they just kind of went out there and got with the guys they had. I know Mahogany showed you some flash last year. You want to give him an opportunity, but that should not be a guaranteed. There should have been no guarantees in this interior offensive line going into the year. And that was my biggest thing going into the offseason. I like the guys that we brought in. I like that the guys that we have as pieces, but they should have to go out there and compete and win that job. There was no competing for Christian Mahogany. There was no competing for Graham Glasgow. There was no competing for Tate Ratledge. All those guys were basically handed the day one starter the first day that they attended camp. The first day of OTAs, the first day of training camp, whenever they went out there as a full unit, that was the guaranteed offensive line. Decker and Sewell are not going anywhere. So, you knew your starting 5 out there. Kingsley Ibuka wasn't competing for a starting center spot. Tristan Colon wasn't competing for a starting spot. Coyote Oshika, those guys are not real competition. They didn't go out there and sign real guys to go out there and compete with these guys and make them go earn the spot. If they went out there and signed a veteran and Christian Mahogany beat them, great. You deserve it. If they went out there and signed a veteran and he beat out Tate Ratledge, great. They didn't do that. And that's why I just hate with how lean back they were this year and just kind of going by the whole strategy. We're good. We were 15-2 last year. We had one bad game in the Commanders game.
We're good.
We'll be good. And I'm hoping now this is a wake-up call for everyone that this is not good enough and we're not good. And let's get this thing back right to where it was just a year ago.
Speaking of we're good, did you see this is going off the script a little bit. Lion Syndicate on X. Have you seen him on he actually made a full music video?
No, I haven't seen that. No.
This man, he made he had on his pod, on his YouTube. That man, he did a full song about being we're good. There's the Usher song, and he just freestyled it. It was hilarious.
I gotta check it out. I guess I haven't
gotta
seen
check
it.
it out. Hilarious. Yeah. Shout out to the Lion Syndicate, man. That's my boy on X, man. But yeah, this whole we're good stuff did not work out.
No,
did not work out. And I mean, this whole mentality, it has to change. And I hope this is a wake up call for Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell. This whole thing of we need to get the right guys. I don't care how good they are. We need to get the right guys. That whole shit needs, because the right guys did not work right now. This shit right now, that shit didn't work. We need to have dogs. We need to go out there and get dogs. I want some angry dogs. That's what we need.
Yeah. And that's the biggest issue that I'm looking at this offseason. I mean, the coordinators are going to be huge, obviously. But then after that, I think it's the offensive line, right? They have to go out there and retool this offensive line. Go out there and get a real center. Whether that's Frank Ragnow or not, be prepared one way or the other. If he's going to be there or not, be prepared that he's not going to be there. If he is there, cherry on top. Great. I love to have Frank back, but I'm not preparing for that.
Is there a chance he's going to come back, or
who knows, right? No one knows what's really going on with him. So if he comes back, cherry on top, but I'm preparing he's not going to be back next year. That should be their approach, right? And I'm going to do the same thing with Taylor Decker, right? If he's back, great. Cherry on top. I'm preparing Taylor Decker's not going to be here next year.
Yeah, me neither.
They have to go out there and be serious about these pickups. Getting a real tackle. And arguably, I really emphasize this interior, man. For sure a center, and then I think at least one or two guards. I mean, I think Mahogany is a fine placeholder, but he has to go out there and earn a spot, man. If that's going out there signing a vet or drafting a guy early, they have to go earn that spot. And I think the same goes with Tate Ratledge too, right? These guys have to go out there and earn the spot. There should be no givens anymore. The only given I'm giving next year is Penei Sewell. He's the only guy guaranteed on this offensive line.
The only guy that deserves it.
The other four are completely up for grabs. I want Brad Holmes to go out there, bring real competition, and everyone go out there. It's a free fight. Who wants it the most?
The only thing with that is Taylor Decker's gone. Yes,
if Taylor Decker's back, yes.
I think
those are two tackles. Those are two tackles. But then the interior is completely up for grabs after that for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know Graham's situation. Is he back next year?
I would be shocked.
Oh, yeah.
I think Graham's gone. So
at
the very least, you're getting a new center or guard. It's what they want to do with Ratledge. Do you want to put him at center? Do you want to put him at guard? What do you want to do with him?
No,
that's a question.
Keep him I don't know.
Yeah,
in college, you played what, guard? You played guard in college?
He had he was a guard. When they got him here, when Ragnow was retired or sitting out, he was still on the team technically, but sitting out. There was him. It was Ratledge playing some center snaps, and then now that didn't obviously carry over. They went with Graham eventually, but we'll see. I mean, I expect him to probably stick around at right guard, but you never know. Whatever they do, man, they have to go out there and fix this interior.
Yeah, it has to be retooled, man. That's a lot. This is a lot, man. It just fucking sucks.
and then they have to go out there, whether Decker's not back or not. They have to go out there and get a real backup tackle, man, because injuries happen common in this league. Especially at that position, I can't be leaning on Dan Skipper to be more than just 6 offensive line. He's a 6 offensive lineman.
They definitely have to, because even if Decker comes back next year, he's not going to be back the following year. I can guarantee you he's not playing 2 more seasons. Yeah. I can guarantee that he's not playing 2 more seasons. So even if he's here next year, going for his last year to his last. You need to get a guy so we're not doing this Frank Ragnow situation where he retires and then we're like, oh, we don't have enough time to get a left tackle. There's no left tackles in the market. There's no tackles in the market. I don't want to hear that shit. You need to go out and get yourself a tackle while he's still here. I don't want to hear. There's no excuses with this shit, man. The same thing with Frank Ragnow. We should have been on top of this. We should have been on top of this before he retired and got himself a center. We had opportunities.
They leaned on their guys. We're good. That's what it was.
They was like, oh, yeah, if he retired, we could just probably put Graham there. That's probably Brad Holmes' mindset. That was his mindset. Yeah, we could probably just throw Graham in there, flex him in there, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
No, man, we need to fix this.
I mean, this game, especially versus Minnesota, it was really bad. I mean, I know people want to blame it on Goff, and he wasn't great, but Goff needs I mean, we've said it a million times. When you put the system around him, this guy could be great. We've seen it for 2.5 years. The guy could be great, but he's not one of those elevators, right? Like, he's not one of those guys that could beat a system. When the system is not great, you're not going to see a great Jared Goff. And I understand the frustration with fans about that and saying that he shouldn't be your quarterback that you're paying all these millions to. But I don't think he's the problem here. That's just not the problem here when you're looking at this, man. Like, there's way bigger issues than Jared Goff on this team right now. Fix the things around him. You could say that about pretty much anybody in this league. If you don't put a system around him, who is going to succeed with this? Who's going to succeed with Kingsley Abuka snapping the ball 10 feet too low? Right? Like, who's gonna be doing that? Yes, I would love if Goff was more mobile, but he is what he is, man. He's a good quarterback when he's protected. So that is the least of my worries, man. I was Jared Goff. I know he's been bad, and he might be bad again next week, but that's the least of my worries.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, guys, get that out your head. Get that out your head, all right? It's not Jared Goff's fault, all right? Jared Goff, he's a durable quarterback. He's a guy that you know he's going to be there every Sunday. I'll take that over any mobile quarterback any day of the week, all right? 9 out of 10 mobile quarterbacks get injured very easily because they're getting hit more, all right? That's just the reality of it, all right? So I'll take a Jared Goff type of quarterback, a guy that I know is going to be there every Sunday, than a mobile quarterback. That's just me, all right? Because I'd rather have him than playing a backup because that's what you're going to end up having with these mobile quarterbacks. And you ask yourself, oh, well, if he's not performing with this, why would you pay him? I mean, did Stafford did Stafford take us far?
I've always said that, man.
Yeah, Stafford was here, and then half of the world didn't even know about Stafford.
That's the issue, man. People put too much pressure on quarterbacks, on one way or the other. They give them too much credit, and they put too much pressure on them.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors. Into it. I don't care who's your quarterback. All right, would have had Lamar Jackson. All right, Lamar Jackson was on the Detroit Lions. So say Lamar Jackson was on the Detroit Lions this year, and Dan Campbell's calling plays. Our record would be exactly the same, guys. We'll still suck ass. The record will be the same. Play calling matters so much. Play calling matters more than anything. That was the fault of Stafford. That's why Stafford didn't succeed here, because Stafford didn't have a legit play caller. Yeah, that was the reason why Stafford did not succeed in Detroit. All right, when Dan Campbell was calling plays, it's not the best look for whoever's quarterbacking back there. He's not a play caller. It just is what it is. I mean, we gotta call a spade a spade. Since Dan Campbell started calling plays, our running game has been to shits. Yeah, and a lot of it is the play calling. I mean, it just is what it is, because we can say the execution, maybe it's the injuries up front, but since he's been calling plays, our running game has gone nowhere.
Yeah, it's a mixture of both. Man, this offensive line has been pretty bad all year, outside of a couple games. But yeah, they have to go out there. That's why I said it's the two biggest needs in my offseason for this line is getting out there, getting a real play caller, and then two is really improving this offensive line.
Yeah, and the thing is, I can't. The reason why I can't blame too much on injuries is because last year we had injuries up front. We did, and guess what? Those guys still performed well. They still performed well when we had guys subbing in and out. Frank Ragnow was injured a lot last year.
He was. He played through it, but yeah, I mean,
those games that Frank Ragnow missed. There's a lot of games Frank Ragnow.
I know there was games where Zeitler missed and they had to throw in Mahogany, right? And they had games with Oshika. I mean, they even went to the NFC Championship a couple years ago with the Coyote Oshika with Jonah got hurt. Yeah, Jonah got hurt.
And when he was out there, he played well.
Yes, and that could be a beneficiary of the OC, and then I think as well as Frank Ragnow being a big beneficiary up the middle, right? I think he did so much to help this offensive line, especially the guards around him, and you really missed that this whole year.
Yeah, I mean, we gave a lot of praise to Hank Fraley for being, getting these guys ready. Always getting this unit ready.
Yeah.
This year, man, we might have to start we have to point the finger too. I mean, these guys hasn't been good.
No.
I mean, I don't know. There's so much going on with this team, man. This year, just a complete disappointment.
Do you even want to really see these guys next week? I know Dan Campbell's not really a guy that ever rests guys ever, or like he's
resting for what though?
He's never had the mentality. No, I'm just saying, like, what's the point of even going out there at this point? I mean,
what's the point of playing?
There isn't.
Then there's forfeit the game. Is at the point. If you can feel like that, and forfeit the game. Why? There's no point of just saying, all right, we're gonna rest these guys for what? Like we're going to the playoffs? Are you resting them for the playoffs?
Like, do you even want to see Jared play another game out there this year with this offensive line?
I don't want to see them playing at all.
Okay, but like they have to go out there and play Sunday, right? Like
they have to. I mean, but just say, "Oh, our season's over. All right, let's just throw the towel and just play the backups." This will be the team never done that before.
I just feel like there's no point in seeing even Jared Goff anymore. I feel like we've seen what we had to see out of him this year, and that's it, man.
So we're gonna play who?
Go out there. I don't need to see Jared Goff get killed again, man. He's getting killed in these games.
Who are we gonna play, Kyle Allen?
Andrew Van Ginkel was killing him this game.
Yeah, and probably he's gonna.
And you're gonna continue to see that when Kingsley Abuko is.
Well, they need to maybe figure out a way that he doesn't get killed.
They're not gonna figure that out in 1 week.
They need to do some shit. Do max protection. Have him out there. I don't fucking know.
Even like,
but to say, you know how embarrassing that is.
What, to rest your guys?
To not rest them for no reason.
I know.
Embarrassing.
I understand that, man. I know you want to go out there with some pride, but like,
man. If this is something that like a team, like this is something that's normal, I'll be like, maybe. But this is not. I can't think of a team that just because they've been eliminated from the playoffs decided to rest their starters.
Can we just make a fake injury for Goff then? They not make it rest?
What, he has a headache?
Sure, he's got an illness. Make a fake injury. Him and Panay, bro. No,
there's no way Goff is gonna say, "Yeah, we stink. I'm just gonna sit this one out." Well, it's not gonna happen.
I don't know, man. Maybe give him a little alcohol on Saturday night. He's a little drunk, has to throw up a little bit. He's got bubble guts the next day.
It's just a bad look, man. It's just so embarrassing to say, "All right, we're eliminated, so we're just gonna rest our starters."
Yeah.
I'm
not even saying all these guys.
That's a bad look. That's a really bad look for Dan Campbell too.
I know. I'm not even saying all these guys. I just like Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's been dealing with injuries the last couple weeks. I don't need to see him out there. Like,
he's gonna be out there.
He even got hurt at the end of that game too yesterday too.
Yeah,
so
we gotta see how serious that is. Maybe that's something you can linger.
That one just like, all right, Amon-Ra, just no more, man. You tried your best. I respect you out there. Just take the game off, man. Like there's some certain players I just don't want to even see out there play Sunday. He's one of them, and Amon-Ra.
Let me ask you a question: does this game mean anything as far as if we beat Chicago? Do they?
No.
So they won the NFC North regardless.
Oh, does it? No, I don't think they have clinched officially. Yeah, I think.
I know they clinched playoffs.
Yeah.
Say if we win this game, the Packers win, and could the Packers oversee them? So could we play spoilers on a home game for Chicago?
So it looks like if Green Bay wins out and the Bears would have to, so the Bears really have to just win one more game. So if they beat the Niners this Sunday, they win the division.
Okay.
But if they lose this Sunday and the Green Bay beats the Ravens this Saturday, and then they beat the Vikings on Sunday, and then we beat them, so they would have to go 2-0. They have to go 1-2. The Bears basically. So that's possible. I mean,
if that's the scenario, I would hope that this team finds the pride, the grit, whoever they have in them to go out there and try to win this game. They can't go, 1-5 in this division? You absolutely cannot go 1-5 in the division. Absolutely cannot. I don't care what anybody's saying about, who cares? We get the fourth place schedule. guys, that's all fine and dandy. But when you go to the playoffs and start playing good teams, it's gonna matter if you could compete or not. It does not. It doesn't matter. We got to be able to beat everybody. I don't care if you're playing fourth place teams, second place teams, first place teams. If you can't beat the good teams, regardless, it's not going to matter at the end of the day when you get to the playoffs.
Well, I mean, next year's a new year. We'll have to assess that when we get to next year.
I'm not saying that they can't, but I'm saying if next year all you can beat is fourth place teams, but you lose to all the good teams.
Yeah, I think people
it's not going to matter.
Yeah, I think people are more just happy in that instance where it's like, okay, let's just go kind of boost our record a little bit and go win the division, and then we're going to still play playoff teams. We still play this division. It's still a very good division. You're going to see them for 6 games. So like those are good games regardless. Whenever
it shouldn't be because the Vikings are trash.
Yeah,
and that shows how bad we are right now.
And then you're still going to play like the AFC East. You got the Pats, you got the Bills next year. I mean, it's hard to really rank the strength of schedule right now because next year's next year, right? That's going to be a completely different year, new rosters, whatever, right? But like my point is like you're still going to play good teams next year, whether you get the third place schedule, first place schedule, second place schedule, fourth place schedule, whatever it is, you're going to play good teams.
Yeah. I see me right now. I care less right now. I just don't want to get embarrassed, and I think if you go 1-5 in the division, I think that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, and as a Lions fan, you can't say shit.
Yeah.
At that point, if you go 1-5 in the division, you don't even go to anybody's Twitter, X or whatever, any rivalry fan. Don't talk shit. Just keep it quiet for the rest of the year until we can prove ourselves.
I mean, I think even if you somehow beat Chicago next week, I think you still have to stay quiet.
I don't care. If we sweep the Bears, I think you can still talk shit to Bear fans.
Yeah.
You might have a little wiggle room. I mean, they might come back and say, "Oh, at least we're in the playoffs." But you can say, "Hey, we swept you, motherfuckers." You can still say that. But
yeah,
if we go 1-5 in the division, you can't talk shit to nobody. You just gotta enjoy your day, go on X, like shit, and just go about your day. Don't
tweet.
Don't write nothing. Just like shit, retweet shit, and just go about your day.
Yeah.
That's 1-5 in the division. Can't do that.
All right. Should we do Oopsy Doopsy and Baller? We can head out of here.
Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and do that, man. What are we doing first?
Let's just get the Oopsy Doopsy out of the way.
Oh, you ready for Oopsy Doopsy?
Yeah,
Ready? All right.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Your Oopsy Doopsy of the week is Kingsley Abuka. And 2 to the NFL for booking this on Christmas Day. Absolute terrible. Honestly, as bad as Kingsley Abuka was, you're fine today. I'll actually give you the pass. NFL. The NFL is getting the Oopsy Doopsy of the week because we're booking the Lions on Christmas Day. Never again. I hope the Lions performance was so shitty for you. I hope the numbers were so shitty for you that you never want to book us on Christmas Day ever again. So, big F you to the NFL for booking us on Christmas Day. I was miserable. I didn't want to watch that game.
I was miserable.
I didn't want to watch that game.
I honestly was miserable.
I did not want to watch.
The only positive about that is that I had proof on why I can't do shit when my Lions are playing. Like, I looked at my wife, and I looked at me, I'm like, you see why? You see why I can't do shit? I can't go out when Lions are playing because when everything is chaos, I can't really focus on what the fuck is going on. It was chaos.
I'm so glad the game didn't mean anything because if that was like an actual meaningful game, I would have been pissed off.
I mean, if it was a meaningful game, I probably wouldn't have had a Christmas.
That's what I'm saying, though. I don't want that. I
don't want that either.
I don't want to worry about that. Yeah, that's why I don't want to worry about all that. Then that's like I'll do Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving 1:00 game is fine. There's still plenty of time after the game. Christmas 4:30 in the daytime is absolutely criminal, man. I just don't want to worry about the Lions on Christmas Day. I don't want to worry about them.
And me neither, man. That has to end. I mean, I'm okay with basketball games, but football. When did this even start? I don't remember us ever playing. I don't remember football games ever on Christmas. When did it start?
They've been doing it for the last couple of years. Like if it fell on like a Sunday, they'll do like a doubleheader. Or
Sunday, I get that.
I feel like it's going to be the new MO kind of going forward, honestly, for a while, right?
No, please no.
Unless it's like a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Actually, no, they got away with the Wednesday last year. No, they could do Wednesdays. As long as it's not a Tuesday, I think they're going to be doing Christmas every year now.
Oh, God.
Next year what they got too going forward, they got Thursday night football. Christmas falls on a Friday, so they're probably gonna do a doubleheader on Friday, doubleheader on Saturday, and then a full Sunday slate, and then a Monday night football game. There's gonna be 5 straight days of football next year of NFL football.
That's wild.
Players
hate it. Players absolutely hate it.
I understand it's a business where you want to get the most TVs, and I'm not gonna lie, I watched all 3 games, but like, I don't know, I don't mind watching the other teams. I know it's selfish, but I just don't want to see the Lions play on Christmas Day.
Yeah, they already play Thanksgiving, and it's so rough on the players, man. You telling them, all right, we're taking away Thanksgiving, and we're taking away your fucking Christmas.
I really do think it should be a one holiday thing. Like if you're playing Thanksgiving, I don't think the Lions and Cowboys should ever have to play Christmas Day.
No, they shouldn't. That's fucked up.
And the Chiefs kind of got screwed over this year too because they played Thanksgiving and Christmas too. So I'll throw them in this year, but usually it's Lions Cowboys. I think the Lions and Cowboys should be excluded from Christmas Day because they're already exclusive for Thanksgiving. They should be excluded from.
Yeah, pick another tradition for another knucklehead team to play Christmas every year. Do that.
You could do that,
Dolphin fans will love it.
Because if there is a tradition, it's different, right? Because then I think it's like our Thanksgiving. We get used to it. We know we have to get rid of the Lions, and then
we understand.
We could settle that. That's different. But if it's like a one-off where it's this team and then it's this team and then this team, I think it's just completely wonky. But I think if it is a Christmas tradition for like 1 or 2 teams, I think that'd be better, honestly. I just don't know how you build that up because the Lions and Cowboys Thanksgiving tradition goes like way, way back, right? That's like there's a whole storyline to it. This Christmas one would just have to be originated by just throwing some teams out there. It's a cool story though. If you ever have the time, I really deeply recommend looking into the Thanksgiving story, how the Lions and Cowboys got it. It's a really cool story on how they got it, why they chose them. And
you actually dived into that shit?
Yeah, there's like a little like story on it. It was like a 15-20 minute video on YouTube. I watched it. It was really entertaining. It was interesting.
I'll have to check that out one day. All right, going right into the baller of the week. All right, so baller of the week, man. Shit, I don't have much options here. God damn, I don't have much options here. Wow. You know what? I'm just gonna go on the defense side of the ball because that's the only side that actually did something. Let's go with number 97, Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson had 2 sacks today. Well, not today, yesterday. I guess I'm used to saying today. 2 sacks yesterday, 4 tackles, and then that brings him to a total of now he has a total of 13.5 sacks for the year, so that's good for him. So I guess my baller of the week goes to Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, Hutch. I feel like Hutch has been playing a lot better recently too, and I feel like he's kind of knocked off that rust after being injured. So, I'm hoping with the whole fully healthy off season for him, right, that he can get out there and be that guy once again. So it was a pretty good year for Hutch overall, man. It's nice to see him out there and just play every game.
Solid. He has a solid year.
He had some ups and downs, yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping next year we're seeing a more consistent Hutch. I think that's the word of the season that this team was missing is consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency as far as consistent wins, consistent playing defense, consistent playing offense, consistency of running the ball. Everything consistently we did bad. We didn't do anything consistently this year.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping next year everything is more consistent. Everything. And I think we do that, we will have a better year.
The way he's getting paid now, too, people are going to expect him to do, big time stuff. He's getting paid to be like a Myles Garrett and TJ Watt and Max Crosby. So, he's got to kind of go out there and, elevate that game. And I'm confident in the player, Hodge. I think he's going to be he's at least my worries and concern with him. I think it's, the system around him and the guy alongside of him. I think that they're going to have to really improve.
I mean, I would say this. I mean, it was really hard for me to really dive in the game yesterday because I had so much shit going on Christmas and the families, and I'm actually going to 2 different households. It was a mess. All right, so I did catch them, Aiden Hutchinson sacking or rushing from the interior. It's probably the first time I've seen that all year long.
Yeah.
So that's a positive. I'm guessing, that's a positive that he was rushing from the interior. They need to do that more. Move him around. Have him rush from the interior someplace. I think they should really look at how the Packers use Micah Parsons. They really need to just zone in on how the Packers use him and do that with A. Hutchinson. If you give him that freedom to, rush from anywhere, in the middle, interior, we're playing against a team that has a weak guard. Have him rush that guard over and over again until they figure out a way to stop it.
Yeah.
They need to use him to attack weaknesses, not just having him out wide, doing this wide 9 shit and expecting him to get to the quarterback every play. They need to figure this out. And like you said, that goes to coaching, that goes to Kelvin Shepard, that goes to the scheme and everything. So we'll see how that happens. I think what sucks is that every time Dan Campbell does hire somebody, it's somebody that he has history with.
That's why I'm hoping this year he kind of goes away from that and just really takes the hire seriously. Do the interview seriously and just get the guys that you really think are going to be the best guys available for these jobs out there. Whether
that's what he needs to do.
I mean, we know Morin's gone, but like if he does fire Shep, on both sides of the football, just get these guys right that that are good for your system and for your players. I mean, Dan knows these guys better than anyone, man. He's been here for the longest. He's got to get the guys that are going to be right for these guys.
Yeah, because if I see it starting to like trend that way where he's hiring guys where, oh wow, he was on the Dolphins roster with them or some shit like that, I'm gonna be pissed. If it could everybody from Miami, New Orleans, fucking
Denver,
anybody that played with Parcells,
Sean Payton.
Anybody that Sean Payton, anything that ties into history with Dan Campbell and he leans that way to hiring, I'm gonna be pissed. Yeah. You need to go out the box and get the best guy for the job, man. I don't care if that's your buddy. I don't care what's going on. Get the best guy for the job because this is something that you can't mess up. Because if it messes, we'll be right back here, guys. We'll be right back here if this hire is a disaster.
I don't want to get because that's now uncomfortable conversations coming. You don't want to get there. Don't get there. Yeah,
man.
You can take a 1 off season. You can't have a 2 off.
No, man, you can't. That'll be bad. Yeah, that's a whole different conversation that we'll have.
I don't want to get there. So
I don't want to get there either.
It's not there yet, so we're not going to talk about it yet.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to mention about Hutch though, Ball of the Week, completely deserved, right?
Yeah.
Cut the Suey celebration, man. He just gives me PTSD of Steven Tulloch from 2014 when he tore his ACL doing that shit. No more Suey, man.
Yeah.
I'm over it. It's a nice celly. It looks cool, but dude, Lions fans have too much PTSD from that, man. I know you remember that when Steven Tulloch.
I sure do. Yeah.
And then
it went right back. Right when he went up and went right down. Yep, I do remember that.
His ACL was gone. So, Hutch, man, love you. It just gives me bad PTSD when I see the Suey. I don't want to see it.
You think you should go back to the Michael Jackson celebration?
That's cool. Or do like the little he did the little Detroit buffed up, like like one of those. Those are cool. Yeah. I like that. That's nice. You ain't gonna get hurt off that. I don't want to see the Suey. No jumping. No jumping. No jumping.
Don't jump.
Don't jump, man. Anything with a jump, I'm out. Anything else, cool. If you want to go out there and do the worm, go do the worm. Just no.
No, don't do the worm, bro.
just no Suey, man. I'm no jumping. Nothing with the jump. That's all I have to ask for.
Yeah. So, well, you know what, Lions fans? I'm pretty sure most of you guys are from Michigan or lives in Michigan, or good thing, some positives. You guys have a really good basketball team. The Detroit Pistons, they're playing really well. Let's go.
Hockey team's playing well too.
The hockey team's playing well. My squad, my Knicks is playing well. That's what's keeping me alive right now, keeping my heart afloat.
Did you guys went on Christmas Day?
Oh, we my boy JB went off.
I was hoping they would put Pistons Knicks on Christmas Day after our playoff series. I thought it was a good series.
Next year, I'm pretty sure they'll do it.
I feel good about next year. That 12 p.m. at Madison Square Garden, I feel like that should be Pistons Knicks.
Pistons Knicks. That'll be a good game, man.
Yeah.
That'll be a good game. Yeah, I think you guys are showing the league right now that you guys are for real. So that's good, man. I'm excited. When Pistons playing good basketball, man, the league is much better, man. They say the same thing about the Knicks. When Nixon is playing good basketball, the league is better. Pistons playing good basketball, the league's better. The league is fun right now. It could go any way. I'm excited. So that's a positive right now, guys. I mean, the season's over for football, but tune into basketball, watch your Pistons, and we'll see what happens, man. I think it's gonna be a good season for you guys.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully we see each other maybe in the playoffs again, man.
I think Eastern Conference Finals.
First round will both be home teams. Second round, potentially, but yeah, probably Eastern Conference Finals most likely.
If the things stay the same, where you guys are,
What are we 1-2 right now?
Yeah, 1-2, or if it flip flops either way, that's the path that it'll go on. So I'm fine with that. And if we lose to you guys, I'm good. If we beat you guys, I'm good. So whatever happens, man. You know, I'm rooting for you guys regardless.
You say that now until it happens. You're even fuck the Pistons.
No, I won't say that, man. I have too much respect for you guys, man. It is what it is. I mean, honestly, man, if we end up losing to you guys, I'd rather lose to you guys than the fucking Pacers.
That's
I
the
hate
Pacers are not making the playoffs. The Pacers are not making the playoffs this year.
But you know what I mean, or Atlanta Hawks. I can't say Atlanta Hawks. So as long as whatever happens.
All right. Well, that's gonna be a wrap to this episode. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Hope you guys all had a Merry Christmas. Will we see you guys before New Year's? I don't think we will. So hope you guys all have a happy New Year. And that's pretty much all we got for you guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next year. Peace.
All right, y'all. Yeah, we will. Yeah, damn, we will see you guys next year, 2026.
Next Sunday.
All right. Yeah, you guys all enjoy, man. Hopefully, we look back at the season and it never happens again. And hopefully, we just go forward from here because I don't think my heart can take this no more. With that being said, man, I am out. Peace.